Good evening, everybody. It's time for cocktail hour with Rick. That's better. How's everybody going tonight? What's up? Play a lot of games? Normal? Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my humble abode. Hope you enjoy the floral accents behind. Hey there, Normal. I'm I'm hurting. Oh, yeah, I'm hurting. But I'm still making myself move. So at least I'm moving. Cemetery Ridge Films, thank you for coming. And how are you all on the ridge? Joachim, thank you. I was just hoping you would enjoy the touches here. Yes, let me get a little more right there. Alicia Jane, thank you. Fairly Fickle, hello. Thank you, Kazi, for liking my flowers. Hello, the Explorers. Heidi and Nick, how are you guys? Zach Bender. And hello, and Skizzery Skiz. Alex Delarge. Finders, Beepers, History Seekers. Cheers to the UK and Europe. The Boards of Bethesda. Oh, it just res. Yeah. It's time to clean that pipe out. That's terrible. Oh, there. So horrible. And I shaved and I tried to clean up today. I tried to manscape a little of my mutton chops here, and I left residue on my face. That's terrible. Ursel, hi. Shaking my head, she says. Thank you, Mark Townsend, 78. If that's the year you were born, you've been around for a while too. Suev 333. Oh yeah, it's time for a beer. Yingling Lager. This is what I enjoy. It's my everyday beer. Cold and refreshing. It is so good. From Pennsylvania, baby. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. America's oldest brewer since 1829. So get yourself some Yingling and drink responsibly, and tell him Rick Serra endorsed Yingling so he can ask them to send me a little cut of the pie. Thank you. How about some free Yingling? Look how I enjoy it so much. So surely, Yingling people, when you see this on the web, you'll want to thank Rick Serra for endorsing your tremendous beer. So, I have some update of sort for best of the interests of fans of me, Rick Serra. So You might have seen lemon boogers or little squashes sketch of myself with Dan and Brennan, which puts me front and center. Well, oh, hi, there you are, little squash. So, hopefully she'll be in contact soon by a lady named Leslie who offered on the podcast actually to help Dan or myself with any graphics work. So, listen for an email, little squatch, or look for, and hook up with her and talk, please. Thank you, Jen. The best you can get at Home Depot. Uh-oh, I have a guest maybe, a special guest to join.
Can I leave my vape over here?
It might be, but I don't see it right here.
Yeah.
So in a moment, come here, Bo. Bo, up here. Here is my daughter, Jen, with Bo. Say hello, everybody. And they're happy to say hello to you all. Of course, Jen and I live just across the street from one another. We're so lucky. Oh, thank you. Look at that. Kayla Stevens. Cheers, Rick. Thanks for chatting with us. Thank you, Kayla. Of course. I love to do this. And I know that it's great to help give people a place to be able to chat with one another as well. So, beyond the merch, I'm also going to look at setting up a Discord account so you all can go to it and chat amongst yourselves anytime you want. So I'll be looking to doing that in the near future. Discord. Think about it.
Somebody asked how I am.
And Computer Check Productions or Computer Chick Productions, rick.adr@aol.com. I would love your help.
I need someone to do a website for my business.
Okay, well, I actually, the lady who's going to do graphics for me does that.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, right now I'm with a company called Howes, and if anyone's affiliated with them, sorry, but it's been terrible.
So, let her help you. She's offered to help me for free, so give her a check. So thank you, Silver
I am
Stacks.
lucky. He's a very good dad.
Aww.
And he's been entertaining me way before the internet found him. He used to make me laugh so hard I'd pee myself.
That was like when she was 8 or 9 years old, but yes, I did.
We would play what? Well, on a camping
Trouble
trip?
or
No. What would we play? A card game.
Monopoly or?
Are you serious? Were you there?
Oh, like
Uno.
Uno. Oh, Uno. Right. Of course. But we played the other things. I'm sorry, but we played Uno, and.
How did I get into the painting business? Ooh, Well, I had my daughter at 19, and the only job I really could get was minimum wage.
Don't say too much.
So, I had to drop out of college, and I saw men doing laborious work and making a lot of money without a degree, and I thought I can do that too. And I started off just as labor, and then one day somebody put a paintbrush in my hand. I was good at it, and I got hired down the road by Baltimore County Public Schools. They paid for me to go back to school. I got into project management and all that stuff, sales, contracts, and then I just put it all together and started my own thing.
Got her Maryland Home Improvement Corp. What is it? MHIC, Maryland Home Improvement Commission approval to be a general contractor. And she's in her mid-30s and lovely. Oh, yes. Okay, Sue, certainly. I appreciate that with the Discord. And you helping me out here, hon?
I'm trying to get on. Give me a minute.
Oh, you're not there yet. All right, well, I did see a Silver Stacks. Thank you very much, saying hi to us, Rick and Jen. So I think I'm caught up now.
So is your screen fine? It was just a protective cover that cracked?
Thank
Dad,
God.
you gotta read. You have to read their comments. Let me read for you because your eyes are not good.
That's usually what I do.
Oh, you read them for him.
That's what she's trying to get on to do.
That's right.
Do you know the stuff Rick does for ADR? Yes.
Yeah, she's fully aware.
Now, I mean, like, and this stuff is real, you know, like, my dad in his underwear, like, I can tell you times where I have literally, like, when I was in high school, I would come home to this house, can't find my dad anywhere. That's what Dad does. Somehow he disappears, and this house is not that big. You're looking for Rick, can't find him. He's out in the garden in his tighty whities because he got off of work. He worked for the state. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
Driving all day. Doesn't even bother to go into the house. He goes out back in his work clothes. He gets naked, starts watering the garden, and decides he's going to jump in the pool in
Afterwards.
his underwear.
Well, they weren't white, were they? I thought they were colored
No,
underwear.
that was before you graduated to color underwear.
Okay, well, they were white.
They were white.
Hey, they covered more, just as much as a bathing suit, so what?
I think you started wearing colored underwear because you didn't want people to see the pee stains.
Yeah, it was to cover up the brown and yellow.
Ew.
So most of them were black. People are laughing. Reminds me of my
Well,
dad.
How about this? How about when I was a teenager, everything's embarrassing,
Yellow for a
and-
brown behind, yeah.
and you would walk around the neighborhood barefoot, strumming the guitar.
Oh, yeah. I used to love to walk around in barefoot.
Barefoot, strumming a guitar in a tie-dye shirt.
Oh, God. And I would just be jamming on acoustic guitar, making it up. And she one time was with a friend, and we went to this one place real far from here where there's nothing except for woods. And it was lousy weather. We're camping and it's raining, etc. So we drop them off at the arcade
Oh,
place so they
God.
can hang out with the teenage boys.
We were looking for boys.
Oh, now here's my granddaughter, Kylie.
Why don't you tell him about how you were mean to me
Wait,
earlier?
no, not yet. He's got to tell this story real quick. Go ahead.
So,
You got to be in it too.
all right. I'm sorry, you were mean to me too.
No.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, family feud.
He's cutting down the
Um,
neighbor's tree. And
So
asking
I'm
him why.
outside trying to, pass the time. So I opened up the back of my hatchback station wagon, whatever it is I had. Maybe it was my Suburban. And
1078.
I'm sitting on the back of the vehicle and I'm strumming my guitar. So she's out.
Me
like-
and my friend wanted to hang out with boys. That was our main objective. We were like 14 and we're on the hunt for boys. Finally, Dad caves in, finds the only place in the area. It's an arcade in the middle of nowhere. He says, you guys can hang out here for a couple hours and I'll pick you back up. He never left.
I stayed there.
He stayed there. He sat in the, he opened the back hatch of
Yeah.
his station wagon and was playing the guitar. And we're in this arcade and there was like a balcony. And we go out on the balcony with these guys we met. And we're talking, trying to look cute. And the guy looks over and says, look at that guy in the parking lot strumming that guitar. He looks like such a weirdo. And I look over and it's my dad. And I had to pretend I didn't know who he was. Well, then I was late. Remember, I was late for my pickup time. And I
Yeah.
was in the back in the
Put this down. It's too bright.
a guy had his tailgate down on his truck and I was sitting there flirting with this boy. And here comes the weirdo. He comes and finds me. Jen, you're late. And they're like, oh God, that guy's your father. I was like, bye.
Oh,
Oh my God! What about the
What about
time-
the story?
the haunted house?
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't live with my dad growing up, unfortunately. I only got to see him on weekends, and he picked me up one weekend, and he was gonna take me to a haunted house for
Right.
Halloween. And we're driving up and down looking for a haunted house, and I'm new to the neighborhood. My mother liked geographical change, so I was always the new kid in school. So I moved to this new neighborhood again, new kids. We're driving down the street, and I'm like, Dad, I think I go to school with that boy. Just making conversation. I think I recognize a kid from my new school. My father he drives up to the guy, slows
No,
down.
first, I had to go to a median break and do a U-turn.
Yes. First he does a U-turn. Then he drives as fast as the guy is walking with his older sister. He rolls down the window. I am now slid all the way down. I'm hiding under the dashboard. Trying to hide. He's like, beep, beep, beep. Jen Sarah's in the car. Jen Sarah's in the car. Do you know Jen Sarah? And then they're just looking at me and looking at you because they can't see me. Like you're a psycho. So then you put the car in park, reach over, open the door. Open the door so they see me hiding under the dash. And then you just take off. So then Monday, I have to face this guy at school. Yeah.
What did he think?
He thought that I was insane.
That's my life. I do that kind of stuff all the time. All right, so my granddaughter here. I was trimming the branches. Oh, thank you, DJ Infinity. Wait a minute. Kylie, did Dolline let you have anything you wanted growing up?
Pretty much.
All right, so
What's changed? Is she still growing up?
She'll always be my grandbaby.
there's a tree that's next to our house here in the next yard, and it grows lots of branches really low, and they're hanging over the driveway, and my mother's car has the leaves dropping on her car and touching her car, and she's like, please save my car, could you trim these branches so
Thanks, Susie, for the contribution.
yes, thank you, Susie.
Yes, it's so weird watching my dad do this. The weirdest was when he was on, what was that thing on Snapchat? Lad Bible.
Yeah.
That was so
And
weird.
Daily Mail.
And
was on
Daily
that?
Mail, Daily Mail. That was so weird.
Yeah, I was Lad Bibble, and we
It's-
trended on Reddit when we
It's
had
so
that first time
I can't.
we trended worldwide on Reddit. It was unbelievable. We were in the top 20 stories for a couple of days, all about us finding the dreaded Swan Hotel in season 1.
Anyways, he's trimming the tree,
Kylie,
Truman?
Kylie
and
will tell
I
the story.
get
All right.
back.
Well, let's look at your face though while she tells the
All right,
story.
all right, good.
I'm coming back from.
What happened?
Stuff pops up. I try to get rid of it, and I open up the damn email. Okay, go ahead. You there? All right, looking great, Dolline.
Oh, thanks.
Anyways,
Silverstack says F.
Would you let Kylie talk?
do you know what F means?
I don't know.
Kylie wants to talk, but you never give her a chance.
Ever.
You never.
All right,
listen.
so continue to Kylie.
I get back from being with my friend, and
What were you
I'm,
doing with your friend?
Doesn't matter. And I look at him, and he's trimming the tree in our neighbor's yard, and I'm just wondering, what are you doing?
What
said,
was
what
I
are you
using?
doing?
What was I using?
I don't know what that thing was.
Toenail clippers.
A long pole with a long rope, and you pulled on it, right? And you held. It's a tree trimmer,
Okay.
pruner, actually.
Whatever. But he's doing that, and I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, why are you asking me that?
Oh, that's
like,
the real Rick Sarah.
I'm like,
too.
cuz you're in the neighbor's yard cutting the tree. He's like, Well, it keeps touching Mom's car, so that's why. Why are you asking me in that tone?
You're
Like-
buffering.
Am I buffering?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I'm just curious of what you're doing.
I'm not doing anything. Oh, about
That's
that,
all.
yeah.
But
I'm
it's
sorry.
because you're injured, and Kylie wants to know why you're doing things that you shouldn't be doing because your back is hurt.
The stream is cutting in and out again. Unbelievable.
Okay, well, I have to go.
Well,
Thanks for
thank you
having
for
me.
making a highlight of this show here. This was special, really was. And we'll be sending you a free T-shirt for coming.
Great.
And dirty ear swabs from the last place we went to. There's the pile of stuff I trimmed down there. You see that? Okay. And then some old soap that's all wet.
We don't know what you're talking about.
What do you mean,
Okay,
old
bye,
soap?
everybody.
Thank you.
You going
Thank you for
anywhere?
coming.
Yes, I'm going to Tom.
The next
Are you
guest.
staying the night there? She always stays the night at her boyfriend's house.
I've got I'm coming home early.
Yeah, right.
Um,
Okay.
so
Love you. She's a
Kylie,
typical mom.
my granddaughter, is the one who shot the little sequence of me on the sofa, and her boyfriend holds a bar of soap over to me and says, "Oh, look, here's some soap. Would you like to eat it?" And it was at the tail end of Rick's ADR New Orleans. That's a little joke thing. So I don't know if you caught that, but I thought it was funny.
They want to hear some
Thank
more
you,
Rick
Joel.
stories. Darling, do you have a Rick story?
No, I'm going to tell.
Frozen chicken.
What
You
other?
know what?
Hey,
Frozen
wanna know if
chicken.
The ladies had any
We have
ghost stories?
4
Oh,
different.
yeah. Ghost stories. We have ghost stories.
So we have 4 different graphics that are being created right now.
Don't get into it too much.
I already did a little bit. I didn't
know,
get.
I heard you.
All right. So I know that you wanted to know this.
What flavor is your vape? Somebody wants to know.
It's like a ginger. What is it? I always vape the same thing to the point that I can't.
Ginger
taste it.
blueberry.
Ginger. I don't know.
It had some kind of a berryish
What's
smell.
my vape mod? It's a Geek Vape Aegis. It's
E-
supposed to
Aegis.
be Aegis. It's supposed to be indestructible.
How many have you broken?
I've broken a lot. This is like waterproof, dustproof.
All right, that's enough about your darn vape.
They asked.
All right, so enough of that.
Let me
So so the one graphic is going to be about the cocktail hour. And that graphic may be used to make, say, magnets for, say, your car, your refrigerator, in between. Oh, you're good. Whatever, no problem. One is going to feature a new slogan, Motel Chicken Time. I hope you like that one.
I made it-
We have
ginger
the
garlic soy sauce marinades.
an old slogan, an old slogan. Everybody's wanted to see something with this, but it's going to be very tastefully done. Something about bring back asbestos is coming.
Yes, that's my favorite.
And then the 4th graphic is
Bring asbestos
yes, bring back asbestos. And the 4th graphic is going to be the sketch that was done by Lemon Booger.
Somebody wants
So-
to know if you upgraded your phone yet.
And I'm on an iPhone 11 now. And I had a protective glass screen on this, thankfully, because the stand got knocked over. My dog didn't mean to. It was a mistake, but
How are you
luckily
You touch live chat.
it did not get damaged.
You can do
in
it
any
this
way.
And you don't.
So that's very good. Right on?
What?
that it didn't get
Yes,
damaged. That
because
was
you
good.
already screamed at me and blamed me, so I'm glad it wasn't.
Do your listeners know how mean you can be sometimes?
He's never mean to them.
Oh, you're the angel when you're on the camera.
Oh, so he does have the warranty. Thank God.
Yes, I have the theft, lost everything.
Thank Lacey
Paid for the
her
top.
contribution.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lacey.
I'll get it. Lacey's Vlogs. You sold me on Motel Chicken Time. Oh, good. Well, that's going to be coming. And we don't know what type of items you'll find the images on, but we're looking at, to start, we're looking at the magnets. That's the first thing I know that we can do that, and I don't know how we'll put them out, but that's 4 different types, so you'll have a chance to get all 4 of Rick Donald's special edition magnets at some point in time. So stay tuned. Maybe you'll have a Happy Meal, and if you get it upsized, you get an extra sticker for no extra charge.
Thanks, Elliot, for your contribution. Any behind-the-scenes ADR stories? Oh, you take one.
What's that?
Just take
My little baby came out. I'm holding the tapeworm, folks, so you can see his full length.
What about Fudgy?
Fudgy's gone. I forgot about Fudgy. Fudgy did appear in first season of ADR. I used to put Fudgy in every hole in every burnt duvet, but
Do they
Look,
know where
look.
Fudgy came from?
isn't he cute? Like
You're-
my tapeworm.
That's
Somebody
weird.
wants to know what tattoo you have on your arm.
Me?
Yeah.
It's a mourning dove from Rick's father. Show them. Yeah. It's a mourning dove because when my grandfather passed away, I wanted to get something for him, and when I used to spend the summers in his backyard, I always would hear the mourning dove call.
Thanks, Susie. My son James and I are huge fans.
All right, go in there.
Yeah, I gotta go. Bye.
Special guests, how'd you like that? Yes, just using the family. Thank you, Arsel. Thank you, Susie, your son James, and you are huge fans. Well,
Did you get?
I am so glad.
Did you get Elliot Hatch?
No.
$2.99. Any behind-the-scenes ADR stories?
All right. Elliot Hatch. Thank you. Oh, okay.
How about when I had to bring you swim trunks?
That's a good one. All right, so in season 1, I think it's episode 7, we're at the Towson East. No, Towson Motel. Towson Motel. And they have a heart-shaped tub. So has anybody seen that episode? Hey, Neil's mom, happy birthday to you. What's her name? Neil Dawson. Her first name is Debbie. Debbie. Happy birthday, Debbie. 63 years young. Yeah, you're a baby. Well, thank you, little Squatch. Yes, my dad and she were very tight. He watched her most every summer for years while I'd worked, when I had her for a summer visit. When I worked, I would drop her off there and she'd stay with him all day, and then I'd pick up her after work. So we were, summers plus every other weekend, and then we'd share the holidays as far as time with her. Frank P. No, I'm not completely sober. Are you nuts? Well, Paula and the koala, happy birthday to you both. Happy birthday to Paula and koala. Happy birthday to you.
Paula the koala.
Oh, whatever. Well, good, Susie. That's a hard thing to maintain, and it's I just don't. I want to recognize my state of addiction, where I can be sober. I don't have to drink every day, but I
You
just
have to
choose
smoke
to.
every day.
But I do. I need the medicinal cannabis for my pain, my back pain.
What about before the back thing?
Well, now I have an excuse. So, all right. So look aside from the fact that I did it before. Yes, Cassie. All right. I get grunchy. I get grouchy rather, when I don't have some. I'm sorry. I'm weak.
What about when we went to Hawaii for 2 weeks and you didn't have any?
I didn't have any when we went to Hawaii for 2 weeks.
Boy, did I suffer.
It should have been nicer. Hi, Dr. Leonard. You're only 37, Lenny? You baby. Action man.
That's Jen's age, isn't
Do some, yeah, it's my daughter's age, 37. Bong Tokes from Action Man, thank you. Hello, Claire. A royal from over in England, Claire Young. I'm old. Don't worry, Brian, you're here now.
it? I hate wonders like IPAs.
Oh, yeah, the IPA is, most of them I can't drink, they just suck the moisture out of my flesh. I had one the other day, it wasn't so bad. It was actually I guess medium dry. It was like, it wasn't a desert all the time. Sometimes there was rain. Oh, you don't see how that did that? I don't like that. So I just held my stand because of the fact that it almost blew over.
But then the sun gets in the eyes. That's not gonna work. Move your stand into the porch a bit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You want me to move it? I'll
No.
move it for you. Yes, that way.
All right. All right, we're moving this way. The sun is becoming a little difficult right now. Let's try to bring this down more.
Thank you.
Okay, there we go. Nirmal got a call. Thank you, Elliot, for your love from
Yay, flowers.
Milwaukee.
Flowers.
Thank you, Marissa Truman. I'm good, sitting still.
Barbie juice.
Leslie, I'm on a lot of drugs, Rick.
Greetings from Buffalo. Did you enjoy your time in the area?
I did. Actually,
Australia is 8 a.m. And I'm still drunk from night.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we spent time up near Wilson, New York, and Niagara Falls, and then in Buffalo area when I was with Dan shooting. And some beautiful country around there.
Dr. Leonard likes the flowers.
So Brian Tan, look up NEHA, National Environmental Health Association, and find out how to become registered and certified as a NEHA certified professional. It'll help you get a job. Neha.
We need to do a reality show. Meet the Sarahs. That's from Arsenal.
Yeah, that's what it is about. It's a bit different. Okay, you're in Europe. Well, then you don't want to join Neha because that's for the United States. Your service is good, by the way. Haven't had any issues. Oh, thank you. Stabilized on the service. I'm glad to hear that. We're at 87 people. I thank you all as always. And thank you for this Friday, June 12th, for coming and hanging out. I hope you're having fun chatting amongst one another as well. I do like some stouts. Geology, okay. I have agricultural engineering, especially is my degree. Didn't mean a damn thing. I never got to directly utilize it. Why?
What you drinking?
I am just drinking Yingling. Just regular old Yingling beer
That your lovely wife picked up for you.
that my lovely wife picked up for me, yes. And in fact, it's getting a little tepid. I think I'm going to chill it. Blue Moon, it's okay.
You want to hand it to her?
No, I got it in here. Yeah, Blue Moon is okay. It's not my favorite. Nothing personal. I like a good Pilsner, though, but I just don't like that kind of a brew, I guess you would call it. Thank you, Action Man, for loving our broadcast. I am hoping to at least go to an old location. A abandoned fort that dates back to the Revolutionary War with Dan. He had some other things he could do. I'm unfortunately not able to do that he was thinking about doing in July. Unless I make a miraculous recovery by then, I'll have to pass on them. Maybe somebody else will go out with him.
Charles, 1968. He's drinking an industrial-sized Bloody Mary.
Wow.
Enjoy your Yingling beer, my favorite domestic beer. Make a hell of a
Rosabelle 314, thank you. You're from Fairfax. How did I meet Dan? Dan and I, in August 2008, went to a local meetup group for ghost hunting. So he was there to look at the people who ghost hunt and was hoping to do a documentary on ghost hunting people. And he was also trying to accumulate any recordings that had anything scary. And Charles, that 1968 version of your Bloody Mary must be like from an old can of tomato juice with some engine squeezings.
Brandon Parker's gotta go, so bye.
Bye-bye. Brandon. But Dan has humor. People do ask Dave Page about Will, and I just try to be polite. And as far as I know, Will is fine, still living here in Baltimore, still living with his love, Danny. And I don't know what he's doing, if he's doing food service or if he's moved into a different business. but as far as I know, he's okay. And I know I see him on Twitter. He does some things on Twitter, and I think he sells some artwork. Maybe the last thing he had was a collection, like a book of different photography. Yeah, that's right. Hey, I heard about that. He does stills. So anybody who's interested, talk to like,
Oh, somebody said we'll publish a book of photography.
yeah. So Hey Wonders knows here in the room. Chat with Hey. Maybe they can tell you, or maybe they can share a link if you want to go to his webpage and look at what he has. Feel free to do that here. Definitely be okay with me. Old Rasputin, Russian Imperial Stout. Wow. Never had it. I'm not sure about Blatz. I think I've heard of that name being used derogatorily about a beer in some show or a movie, but I'm not sure I've ever had it. Well, thank you, Nick. That might be true. I mean, the chemistry between the individuals is important for, the show, whatever show it is. And, but I don't think we had bad chemistry as it goes. I think that Will and I got along very well. I had an experience with a UFO, and at least something that I would attribute as I couldn't explain what it was. It happened in Florida, down in the area where my mother has a home. And I guess this was in April, earlier in April. I'm walking my dog, and it's coming up to the last half an hour before sundown. And as I'm walking with him, I noticed looking up a little bit that there seemed to be a bunch of birds flying, like a big flock of birds. And I was like trying to figure out what that was. And I found out after I kept watching the object that it became more and more organized. And I saw that it was not a bunch of birds, but it was a bunch of circular objects within a triangular shape. And it was going towards the north at a slow speed, but it was really high. I would say hundreds of feet above the building that I was looking across at, which was an apartment or condo building. And as it got to a certain position, moving away to my right, I saw an object shoot off to the right of that, like at basically a 90-degree angle. And it was a bright light, basically a line, an illuminated white line, just appeared out of nowhere, and it just went like as fast as you could imagine. It's spreading across to the right. When I looked back to the left and looked at the triangular shaped object, that's when I first really could appreciate that it had a shape to it, that it was a dark outline. It wasn't what I thought it was, with a bunch of birds in a flock formation. And then it just moved until it was out of view. No noise of any type. I mean, this is a very populated area. What would this be? Oh, this was some kind of weather phenomenon? This was large. I can't even imagine how large it really was. So yeah, Marissa. That was a good one. Thank you, Leonard. Yep. I thought they were going to beam me up with Bo.
They better leave Bell.
Swamp gas. Yeah, it was swamp gas. Could be. Not. Yeah, alien migration. I think it was something like that. It was a bunch of multiple crafts. Alien soup tastes like chicken, probably. With the balloons. They all merge. And then they fuse into one, and then they form two. And then they duplicate again. I've seen things like that when Real Paranormal Caught Live, or what's that show called that we watch?
You mean that you watch?
Yeah.
With you? I don't know.
If you see anything, get out your camera
Don't you
and then
Dan-
send it to us.
Don't you and Dan have a Bigfoot hunt somewhere?
Yes, if you're a Patreon subscriber, you have access to watch old paranormal or paranormal parodies, you could say, that were done by Dan and I.
Fairly Fickle.
Fairly Fickle, yes. So it's on Patreon. If you join at even just $1 a month, you can look at all of those old videos. If you join at the $5 level, you can see everything and all of the almost 125, 126 podcasts now. And Dan's quiet time. So patreon.com is not a bad idea to consider. It's $5 a month. So if you like our stuff, that's really the best place right now to see a large quantity of it. And especially being able to see things that are only being released on Patreon as a thank you for supporting us. So, thank you. Oh, and the Rosie's shopping. I used to love to go to Rose's. My wife and I, we'd love to go to Rose's to shop down at the beach. Because you'd see things that they didn't have in the Baltimore area, and it was used to be a really discount priced place. Got a little overpriced after a while and less good deals. So,
Justin Holdstock.
yes.
See it.
Thank you, Justin. Rick, I almost missed this. Hope you're doing well and healthy. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I hurt my back early May, and 2 days after I did some yard work down in Florida, I could hardly walk. All right, so something interesting here. Frank P. saw a UFO at Jupiter Beach, right above the beach. Frank, was this daytime by chance?
MTY 72 from Stout. So I want to know how old you are.
I'm 60. 60 years old. I still have many seasons left in me.
I hope so.
60 going on 16's about right. Ah, Scuba Cat. So your cougar's now a tigress. Rawr. Hi from Saskatoon, Justin. Hello. Where is Saskatoon? Hey, Jack. How are you, Jack? Yo, bro. Send hubby to get me my liquor. Good. You should always be able to do that properly.
Linda's 64.
Hey. Plus or minus 20. We're 40, we're 60, we're 80, we're still alive, we're still enjoying ourselves. Maybe you're younger though, but if you're not well enough to enjoy things, then age
Neil's only 29.
doesn't matter really. You're the same as if you're 80 and you can't do anything anymore, as someone who might be 20, 30, 40. You only have today. I was just talking to somebody about this earlier, and that's true in our life. You have today. You hope to have tomorrow, but you only really have today. Anne needs some vodka for her grad school work. Crystal still gets carded, and that's always great, isn't it? What's the Beatles song? 64, Linda? I know. And Neil just had his birthday during the stream. Neil Dawson was very happy to celebrate with us, or us with him, whatever way you want to work it out. I think it was a private party for Neil.
Can I fix your drink?
I'm still good. Now it's chilled again. So I've been sneaking up here, just going through and seeing what someone might have said if I missed a comment. And like Dave Page joined Patreon the other day, thank you. And he started yeah, these were phone issues in Dan's mind. You know, Dan doesn't understand that if you're calling in to his phone line and then he's patching you into this board, you're losing 30, 40 dB already. So it's not my fault. He needs to have something else for us to use.
Bye, Rose. You gotta go make dinner.
So hopefully that's going to happen. Well, have a good time and have a nice dinner. Don't add too much salt. Bye, Rose. Until next time. So,
Around the Furs on Patreon and Roy like it.
good. Scuba Cat, thank you for being here. Yes, I love her too. My wife, I love her too. So as not to make this not special, I don't want to have too many or too few events. So I'm settling on the 2 a week. Is Monday, Friday good, or would there be another day, Tuesday, Friday, say? Would that be a better balance for you all? Bye, Rosebell. So anybody has an interest, if it makes no difference at all, any day, or if Tuesday, Friday sounds like a good balance so that it's only, let's see, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, it's 4 days. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 days. So it's only 3 or 4 days separation. It's like three,
Yes,
four,
cocktail hour.
yeah.
Somebody asked how we met.
What's that?
Somebody asked how we met.
How my wife and I met? Well, background is that we had both been to Hard Rock cafes. She had gone to Hawaii and just gotten back from a trip and was wearing a Hard Rock Cafe Honolulu sweatshirt, right? And I had one for a T-shirt, I believe, from Hard Rock Cafe in Chicago. So with those being in common, it gave us an excuse to talk. So I was at this little local restaurant bar to celebrate my own birthday. I was like 27 that year. So, and I brought a friend along who had no money, so I treated him to everything. I spoke first. I mentioned, oh, I see you went to Hard Rock Cafe in Hawaii. I went to the one in Chicago. How was the one in Honolulu? And then she's thinking, who is this loser?
No, I never thought you were a loser. I was stupid because I thought you had money.
Because her friend said, look, that guy's rich. And instead of me being rich, I literally was rich. She hated that mistake. And then my friend dated her friend. Her friend,
He did not
one time.
date him.
One time.
No, that
Yes.
night was the only time they danced. We went someplace after.
He went out with her one time.
No,
Yes, he did.
no, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No,
I swear he did.
I swear he did.
No way, huh?
No way.
Well, her friend was particular.
Very. And your friend was a real ass.
Yes. Just one letter. Oh, hey, my husband is rich. Isn't that terrible? Been married 20 years. The Lord works to put people together. Oh, Melissa, yes. We hit 30 years this year. Oh. Yes, Dolline.
What?
Kristen Elise says, give us your relationship advice. God knows I'm in need.
I have to keep my mouth shut a lot.
So keep your mouth shut.
And then let it all loose at one time.
No. If you have a kid, don't mention it right away. Keep it to yourself for a couple of dates. Okay? Don't tell them, hi, my name is Rick, and I have a little kid's 5-year-old girl, and she's at home with my mother and father, so I can come out to the bar and see if I can pick up somebody before last call. You know? Very fickle. All right. I did brush my teeth. I can't help the fact that I don't have perfect teeth because I'm not spending the money on cosmetic dentistry, but I'll dare you to find any dirt in there. All right. I'm over being offended. So, that's important to have mutual respect. That means you have to listen to what she says. I mean, really listen, or what he says. You have to. As distasteful as that might be, that you have to actually pay attention. You can't play on your phone. You can't send another text. You have to Oh, come on here. Pennsylvania, do you think I'm like a British bloke who really needs dentistry intervention so badly? Oh my God. Sure. Yeah, if you want to help me pay for a perfect smile, Sensodyne. Mark, I'm not swabbing the inside of my mouth for you. I swabbed my belly button, and look where that got me. I was horrible. So I don't know, what was it? 3,000, 5,000, 7,000. It wasn't the highest number ever, but my God. What favorite soap to eat? None. I don't like eating soap. Oh my God. I really don't like eating soap. Believe it or not. What kind of soap have you ever eaten? What kind did you like? How would you like to suggest to me the least nasty tasting soap that there is? Rain Breeze. Yes, we remember that. Thank you for bringing that up. Goat cheese had a belly button contamination level not much different than mine.
You should do more shopping with Rick.
Shopping is now open, so it's a possibility. I would go to a thrift store. I know of the perfect place, not even far from here. Maybe Dolline would help me.
As long as I'm behind the camera, I'm fine.
That's what I'm talking about.
Somebody say goodwill.
And I'd hope that they'd have one of the an old electric cart from a Walmart for me to ride in.
You're not going to find that. You might turn 95 today, a World War II vet. Mike Gronsky of
God-
South Amherst, Ohio.
God bless Mike Gronsky of South Amherst, Ohio. 95 today. Thank you for your service.
What's the most popular soap on ADR? Don't be quiet too long.
Well, I think it's Pavy. That's why we got it. Somebody said Parvo. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's Pavy, which is Pavy, isn't it? Jade. Oh, Jade was good too.
That's what we have.
So between Pavy and Jade, I think that you can't go wrong. It's like Pavy was the original season, and then we keep seeing Jade. Oh, it all is. Oh my God, it's horrible. And there's no soap that tastes good. Why should soap taste good? It's soap. Well, not at these hotels, but you can go to a nice hotel and they give you a nice bar of soap, depending on.
To know where you can get bacteria swabs.
That's Dan's thing. The same machine that So I can tell you in general, you're looking at a food service industry piece of equipment that's used to check your food service areas. Yeah, they're a couple of grand.
Cemetery Ridge Films. I have a jade signed by Rick. Thinking
Oh,
about
hey.
buying it for dessert.
Phew. Well, that sounds like it sat a long time. At least aged 9 months. I don't know where you picked that up. Maybe at
We
Point
sent-
Pleasant.
We sent it with Malta.
Oh, we sent it. Oh,
We
we.
sent it with T-shirts.
Oh, of course, we sent soap with T-shirts. I forgot about that.
You can usually find anything on Amazon.
Yeah, he bought a shirt,
Yeah, I see that.
or he or she. I don't know.
Maybe it doesn't even-
I do like calzones, but I do feel the same way. That's a little too much bread. That everything's inside. But then it is a nice feature so that you don't have to, if you do it slowly, eat it slowly, get a bunch of tomato all over you.
You can plug your favorite pizza place with.
Yeah, that's right. The edible soap.
Buzz off on free shirt. Thanks.
You know, it could be like a big piece of taffy. Don't go there now.
I'm not cooking tonight.
We're going to carry out some food from somewhere. Because you can't go eat there, right? They're not eating outside. What's that?
You can after 5. They open it up.
But not at that place where we were talking about getting carry out.
No.
Arso likes palm olive, Pavi,
Thank Buzz off for buying 3 shirts.
go Corona hunting. Oh, not on that tonight. I've been trying to get us up to Canada, Action Man. Yeah, for a long time. And when we could have gone up there, we didn't because Dan didn't have a passport. He misplaced it. So he got another one, so he has one now.
Dr. Leonard doesn't like pizza. It's one of my favorites.
Oh. All right, so I got a question about what kind of dinner. We're probably looking at having some sushi and maybe a dish. Yes, we have sushi a lot, very fickle.
Oh, Jack from Point Pleasant. Have you ever farted so loud and aggressively that your sphincter folds in on itself?
So with any merch, just say this one more time. One, I don't want anything to be ridiculously high in price. So, we're going to look at possibly having a group produce and drop ship. That isn't as much money in our pocket, but it's less trouble for us. So, if we did that, that might be one way a shirt ever would be done. But if it's done by us, we'll never do a shirt again, I can tell you that.
We lost big time on that.
Shirts are really hard to sell, especially if you got a decent quality shirt that you're actually selling and not just the most cheap likely to
That's-
shrink
that's
piece of
where
crap.
we would go if we had to do that.
Because that's, if you go low to keep the price down, you buy these super shrinking shirts.
And shipping's expensive.
Well, the shirts were done for the Mothman Festival in 2019. We ordered too many. We got 300 shirts. So we had a few left. I don't know how many we have left now.
We have Dan Bell
Only Dan Bell shirts.
and 2X and 3X.
2X and 3X. And
6
only
or 7 each.
maybe 6 of each type. And if you are interested at all, even in a Dan Bell shirt, we're selling them for flat fee, 15
Yeah, that includes everything.
with shipping.
And
So
shipping's
Rick-
like $6 or $7.
So shipping's like 6 or 7, so it's like 6 or 7 for shipping, or 7, 8 for the shirt, something like that. We paid $8 for the shirts when we first got them. So the masks are becoming a pain in the butt, especially to get them produced to people with too much money for a mask, and then they're going to sell it to you for $20 for a mask.
No, we found masks cheaper, but still, by the time you add shipping and...
Well, with shipping and everything, it's $20. So there's certain things you just can't ship cheaply. So we're looking at things that are super light that we can even send with just postage.
Tell Action Man it costs more to ship to Canada.
And Action Man, it does cost a lot more to ship to Canada. I'm not sure if you have anybody in New York that you visit. You maybe have it shipped there. But to ship to Canada is ridiculous. Even, the shirts we were doing there were $40 up to...
It ranged. We shipped to Canada, we shipped to Italy, and we shipped to the UK. But they had to pay for shipping.
Yeah, some of these were up to $30, $40 to send a shirt.
Okay, get off the shirts.
Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry about that. That's just the reality. Unfortunately, shipping has gotten so expensive. So stickers, magnets, it's the kind of thing we're looking at to start. Something like that. Well, y'all, we're at 72 minutes. I think I'm going to wind down. I'm so glad that you came, and I hope we've had a little bit of fun. I'm going to try this out different. So next week, effective next week, I'm going to do Tuesday at 6 o'clock in the evening for the next Rick's
Are you watching
Cocktail
your
Hour
mother?
with Rick. So please come, and I hope that you'll return at my place for cocktails. Thank you all again. Have a great weekend, and God bless, and peace.
Y'all come. That's good, buddy.